Leo, Sacred Rebel, and Soul Guide. Wanted to come to you guys today to help you in just dropping back into being. This is for you if you're feeling out of sorts, outside of yourself, up, down, all around, inside out, all about. I don't fucking know, just off. Off. This is an unfucking. This is bringing yourself back into yourself. Because sometimes it feels like when life is lifey and the chaos is chaosing, it's really difficult sometimes to just be present in ourselves and see things for what they are versus what they're feeling made out to be and all over. So take a deep breath in and out. As we do this, I'm going to be doing some energy healing as well. So I channel light language through sun and a whole lot of badass high frequency energy as well. So while we're doing this, I'm also going to be showing up to sun energy healing. Dropping into breath. With each and every inhale, setting the intention to bring in high vibrational, high frequency energy, both from love above and love below, pulling it to and through. So bringing this beautiful high frequency, high vibrational energy from love above and love below. With each and every inhale, breathing it into the entirety of your being, the entirety of your physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, energetic field and body through any and all dimensions of time and space. Feeling that energy radiating through the entirety of your being, moving through, bringing up any and all stuck energies, any and all stagnant old patterns or programs, distortions, illusions, any doubt, fear, I am not enoughness, anything that is may have been hidden, sealed, anything that's ready to come up to the surface now and be released, allowing this beautiful high frequency energy to break it up, pulling it up to the surface to be released with each exhale. Letting it go. Don't be afraid to get dramatic with it. If you're really feeling like just letting that exhale, putting some sound on it, I invite you to do so. Be feeling into what your body needs right now. Feeling those deep, beautiful, rhythmic inhales. And exhales. Trying to make your exhales about twice as long if you can as your inhales. Whatever feels good to you. Because what happens when life gets really lifey is we start to breathe really shallow. And we start to really get all tight in our energy, in our being, in our body, and shut ourselves off from ourselves. So the invitation is to open back up, to drop back in, to feel your body with each inhale and exhale, relaxing just a little bit more. Feeling back into yourself just a little bit more. Anywhere where there may be a little bit of stiffness, honoring it, maybe giving some nice gentle flows and movements as called to you. Releasing whichever way feels good to you. If you need to yawn, burp, shimmy, whatever it is, just allowing yourself to be where you're at, to make space for whatever needs to come to and through at this time. While this high frequency energy through breath assists you in pulling up any and all of those anchoring energies, those hooks, those cords, anything holding you back, anything tying you in to the yuck. We're just allowing ourselves to unstuck that yuck right now, to release that. To let go of the things that we've been holding on to, both that are ours and both that are not ours. Seen and unseen, known and unknown, conscious and subconscious, across any and all dimensions of time and space. to imagine now. Sometimes it feels like when we are all over the place, stressed out, or life got lifey, maybe we just had a chaotic day. Sometimes it feels like our soul left our body, which isn't what happens, but sometimes it feels like our soul has fucked off on us and has left us on autopilot. So what we're going to imagine is our soul aspect of being floating above our head. But we're still dropping into these beautiful, deep, rhythmic breaths in our body. We're going to bring our soul, visualize, bringing your soul back into your body. And for those that aren't great at visualization, just feel, just imagining, just holding space for bringing yourself back into yourself. And as you're bringing yourself back into yourself, dropping into that breath, bringing all the way down. If you feel any resistance anywhere, I want you to just sit in that space and place and breathe into it. Sit with it. Sometimes all it needs is just some awareness. Just being able to recognize, realize, release. Opening up a space for recalibration and refocus. There may be a message there for you, whatever it is, just sitting with that and breathing into that space until it feels it's cleared. And then continuing to move down, all the way down. Pulling yourself back into yourself all the way until you feel your soul feet back in your physical feet, your being back in your full beingness, in your own time, in your own space. Just bringing yourself back into yourself. And then once you feel like you are back within yourself, I want you to give yourself a nice gentle movement. Literally click yourself back in. When I do this, I feel it like a puzzle piece. Just clicking myself back into myself, feeling back into my wholeness, back into my full being. You can also feel it like Velcro, just right back in there. Whatever feels good and nourishing to you, just feeling yourself coming back into yourself. Honoring again where there may be any stiffness in your body, giving it some gentle movement. Not putting a narrative to it, choosing to de-story and transform any narratives that may already be there, letting them go and consciously releasing them. And then whenever you're ready, giving yourself a gentle shake, coming back into your physicality, a little bit more than gentle. You can really just feel it in there, shake off any energies that have been brought up to the surface. Let them go with exhale. Really feeling into it, feeling into what feels different. Always when you're done doing something, always when you're done showing up for yourself, feeling into what feels different. Not feeling into or focusing on what feels the same, because by feeling into or focusing on what feels the same, you run the risk of pulling it back in after you did all that hard work, and you don't want to do that. We want to just feel into what feels different in our body, what still maybe needs some attention, some acceptance, some love. Giving it that. Letting it go. All right, my lovelies, I hope that helped. Leave me some comments if you're live or on the replay and how you felt before versus how you felt after. Let's see. Yeah, it was a little bit slower. It was a little bit slow. And yep, is my assistant. There's Rhea. And Mako's over there. All of the blankets on the couch. And then Koa, my other pup, has left. He just pieced out to the bedroom. So this is a short one today, guys. Thank you so much for those of you that joined me. I super appreciate you. Thank you so much. I can't read this. Okay, I can't read your name. It's being all weird. But what am I doing? Hey, Lua, I think. What am I doing? So what my hands are doing is I channel light language through sign. So I'm doing energy healing, and I just finished doing a channel meditation, just a really brief channel meditation and some very simple breath work of teaming on some energy healing that you can do at any time for yourself. And the great thing about what I just did, guys, is you can shorten that throughout your day and team it onto what I call the non-negotiables. Like every time you go pee, just dropping into your body, taking some deep breaths, setting the intention with each and every inhale, pulling in that high frequency energy from love above and love below, shifting through the entirety of your body. It brings up all of the fucking stuck yuck, and then shifting it out with each and every exhale. Many of the times, especially if we're at jobs or we're doing things that maybe feel stressful, we disconnect from ourselves, so we kind of go into automatic. So it's really, really important to show up for ourselves, to do these little nervous system reboots throughout the day, resets. Breath work is really helpful for that. Shaking, really helpful for that. Setting the intention to bring in that energy, to break up the yuck and release it, to shed that shit instead of holding it regularly. That's why I say when you go to the bathroom, because that's inevitable. Throughout the day, we all go to the bathroom several times. So taking that minute or 3 in order to sit with yourself, to bring that breath to and through and release it, and do a little quick shake and a little quick release. I mean, you can also team on that other part of the meditation of pulling yourself back into yourself. If you feel, like I said, like your soul has fucked off on your body and you're going on autopilot, bringing yourself back into yourself quickly. It doesn't have to take the 10 minutes that it just took us now, but it can take like 30 seconds to 2 minutes of just really feeling into that. And the more that you put these practices and condense them and put these practices and implement them throughout your day, the more you're going to feel back in your body, back in your beingness, right? And it really, really helps. It's something so incredibly simplistic. And sometimes it's difficult to start all habits, to start forming any habits, but it really helps break up that energy. It really helps bring you back into you and reclaim your sovereign, your grounded sovereign self, right? Instead of giving away all of your energy or taking on all this outside energy, really releasing that and letting that go. Like energetic hygiene throughout the day of when you're doing that breath work, it's shedding all of this stuck fucking yuck that has come onto you, both yours and outside of yourself. Really releasing that, really feeling that. Sometimes too, that's why I like to sometimes get dramatic with my breath when I'm breathing it in. Easier when you're in, like if you're at work, then you have like a private bathroom stall, easier than when you have like a more public one, but you can still do the dropped in breath. I don't care. There's no shame in my game. I'm dramatic everywhere. If I need to shake them at the grocery store or breathe deeply in an open bathroom stall, I do it. I don't care. But for those of you that are like, don't want to do that, that's okay. So you can just drop into those breaths and let out a yawn, because that's a good way also to do that release. And then the energetic, nobody can see what you're doing behind the stall door, just giving yourself that nice gentle shake and release with the intention of releasing out any and all outside energies, just dissolving any and all cords, hooks, ties, any of it. and sucking all the yuck, letting it go so you can flow. It's really powerful once you start doing it more regularly, and then you don't get as stuck as quickly, right? Because you're doing the energetic hygiene and it doesn't have time to compound, because that's when shit gets really shitty really fast, is when stuff starts to compound and then you're going, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Oh, and you're showing up to yourself regularly. It's a bit easier to kind of move through. Does anybody have any questions? I am going to head out. If anybody has any questions on the replay, if you're watching this on the replay, please drop them in. If you guys have any other guided meditations and energy healings that you would specifically like to see me show up to, let me know in the comments. I absolutely love suggestions. It helps me not need to come up with stuff. But when I'm coming up with stuff, what I'm doing is I'm literally tuning into the collective. I'm tuning into the energy of what is needed in the moment for the moment. And that's what this one came in, because the energy is energizing and not in like a very way right now. So being able to do those simplistic things of coming back into yourself and showing up for yourself and nourishing yourself in those ways when the energy is like it's it's a lot sometimes. It's a lot. You've got all of the things going on top of just life in general, and it's like, whoo. That's why it's so important to drop into that, which is amazing and simple. It's just starting that flow, right? Remembering what has been created can be uncreated and recreated at will. So you get to create things for yourself. You get to uncreate and recreate. Like, what is nourishing to me right now? What do I need to implement? What do I need to activate within myself? What do I need to release? What do I need to integrate further? Continuing to show up to yourself. When people say to me all the time, I don't have the time. Yes, you do. Like I said, team it on and the non-negotiables, like brushing your teeth, making your food, doing the dishes, bringing more presence into everything. Always and always. Presence, presence, presence. Breath, presence, body. Feeling into. Instead of ignoring, like, oh, my shoulder and pushing it through. It's like, what is locked in my shoulder? Creating movement in a way that feels good. You might not be able to do this, but maybe you can do this. Feeling into that. Giving that energy. Really just sending that energy. And what do I need? What is my body trying to tell me? Because our bodies try to whisper things to us. They try to show up for us and tell us. But what happens is when we ignore them, then all of a sudden it goes and blows up, and all this compounds. So when you create these energetic hygiene practices throughout your day, and these times and these spaces where you're just quickly dropping into your beingness a little bit more, then you start to get attuned and you start to get used to feeling back into our body instead of continuing to fuck off on it. So when you have a little bit more time, when you wake up or when you're going to bed at night, doing a longer, like a bit of a longer term, I lost my earth words, bit of a longer meditation with yourself, a bit of a longer dropping in, just really sitting there in breath and doing a body scan, feeling into your body, where your body needs that attention. Whether it's mental, emotional, physical, spiritual, anywhere, like what attention does it need? How do you need to show up to it? Is it through movement? Is it through breath? Is it just through honoring and holding space for something? Is it through grabbing a journal and going through that? But really starting to show up for yourself more regularly instead of pushing yourself to the side and then wondering why everything is blowing up in your face, because you've been not meeting yourself there. You've been not listening to your body. And the way that our bodies work and the way that spirit works is when we're ignoring things, it just gets louder and louder and louder and louder and louder until we're just like, whoa, like this. Amanda. And then we're like, oh my God. And then the stubborn ones find a concrete digger and make ourselves a new rock bottom. When all we needed to do is just listen, to create that space and listen before it blew up. So when we create that space for us regularly throughout the day, just the normal maintenance pieces throughout the day, and then having either in the morning and at night or both, I like both, right when I wake up, And right when I'm going to bed, before, like when I'm going to sleep, this is my routine that I'm going through. I'm doing the body scanner and dropping into breath. I'm shifting out any heaviness. I am completely disconnecting and dissolving any and all cords to any media, social media, anything within my day. Anything that is not serving me to my best interest and highest good in that moment for that moment. Just letting it go, letting it go. What color is the energy? So many colors. When you're working with energies, it can be whatever color you want to. If you're talking about what color is the energy I'm working with, it is multicolored. Like it's all of the things. It looks like platinum rainbow. Big old rainbow. Shining all things. Kind of mixing and moving around. Because I work with it all. I work with it all. I don't live in Pakistan. I live in Canada. All right, my lovelies. Thank you so much for being here. I love you. I appreciate you. You're amazing. Where is, how is, as is, and don't you forget it. Be fierce and live free.